So now we'll cut out the top half. Whatever that means. No idea. Never mind. Let's carry on and get a bit of light on this. Like so, and start cutting out. Okay, here's the tools I use for cutting out. This is a Alpha rotary cutter that's used on the Alpha rotary mat. It's basically a razor sharp blade that goes round and round and round and is really good for cutting out. Essential though alongside these is a pair of really good leather scissors, and these are Wilkinson's scissors for leather. They are superb. Couldn't do without them. So here we go. Starting at the snout here, we have to leave a certain amount of seam allowance, and I always aim for about 6 or 7 millimeters, but I haven't found a better way of doing this other than by eye at the moment. So you'll see I position the rotary cutter and run along the line there, keeping my eyes very close to about 5, 6, 7 millimeters all the way around, but essentially leaving a gap so that we can put the two together. And just go as far as I'm comfortable, then I'll skip off the edge there because that means we can leave that. Always toss that little bit over there because I use those for other jobs in a minute. Then come down here, doing exactly the same, keeping an it doesn't really matter what this distance is, but it needs to be minimum to economize with the leather. But it also but the important thing is that it's consistent throughout. So it's only experience that's allowed me to do this. There we go, it's getting dark over here. Really important you can see what you're doing, obviously. Then I'll, without moving the leather too much, like so, I'll manage to cut out this bottom half as well. So coming to the bottom there, it's always easiest if you've got your line on the same size as the light. See what I mean? So if I was to do that, say on that side there, I'd be obscuring it by the shadow of the tool that I'm using. So keep the light when you work inside. Essential, whatever you're doing in craft, is to have good light for it. This is a daylight calibrated bulb in my angle poise here, which is just brilliant. My workbench is at normal table height, so this is fine for me to lean over. It doesn't need to be any higher than that, and I can sit down if I chose to. So I'm doing the thing that I just said don't do, of course, which is working on the shadow. My line is on the shadow side of the tool, but because my light is more or less overhead, it really isn't making that much difference. And on this occasion my line is nice and bright and clear, so far not gone too far wrong, or I haven't thought of anything that's gone wrong yet. There we go. Now continue that one there. This consistency is essential because the consistency is crucial, so that our whales are the right shape and they don't end up freaks. So there we go. Comes a stage where it makes life so much easier just to slip off that bit of excessive leather there because it's heavy and getting in the way. So that's a decent chunk there, which I'll be able to do something else with. Let's just cut that off at the end there, leaving a little extra as allowance for that bit we're going to join on to. There we go, but that can go over there with my good sized stacks, make another whale out of that. There we go. That's the bit that needs to be joined. We'll put that over there for a minute and cut out the rest of this. This is the whole half, upper half only. there's our whole half. We'll need these bits here to cut out a pair of some fins. The fins are made of half of the top colour and half of the black colour. There we go, and that's the bit that matches up with that, and we'll join them together in a little while. So that's the two upper halves cut out, ready to put the eyes in.